Okay. Hi, Mr. Godfrey. How are you doing?
Jackson, how you doing today?
Good, good, man. Long time no see. How is the family?
Family is excellent. How's yours?
Doing better than we deserve, man. No complaints at all.
There you go. There you go.
Good. How's work?
Work is all right. I just got off work and just relaxing right now.
Good, good.
Mhm.
So yeah, thanks for taking the time, Godfrey. But I just wanna give you a little bit background about myself. My name is Jackson. I'm originally from Zimbabwe. I've been here in Dallas for 10 years now. My background is engineering. I worked as an engineer for about 6 years before I got introduced to this opportunity. The reason why I started is I just wanted to learn how to manage my own income. I was making about $120,000 as an engineer. But the government was taking most of it in Texas. So I thought, you know what? Let me learn how to manage my own income so that I can be able to retire, buy a house, and have a better financial future. So interestingly, Godfrey, after a few months, I started making more money than what I was making in engineering. So that's when I decided to do this business full time, and things have been going really well. Yeah. What about you, Godfrey? How long have you been in America for, and what's your background, and how's life so far?
Yeah, I've been in America for about 26 years now. 25 years. Yeah.
Wow,
5
a
years.
lifetime.
And yeah, I've been working in the insurance industry. Before that, I was police officer in Baltimore. And I just decided to change to go into the insurance industry. I was on the adjuster side of claims of insurance, and now I switch over to the agents because I understand that's where we can grow better wealth.
Amazing. So what I want to show you today is and the goal of this meeting, Godfrey, to be honest with you, if we can partner, work together, that's the best outcome. Collaborate. But worst case, my brother, is just for you to see what I'm doing, so that you can confidently send some people my way. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So what we're trying to do, Godfrey, we're just trying to help people to have better financial futures. We realize that people come to America, they work very hard. But when someone dies, or when someone gets sick, or when someone loses their job, there's nothing to show Godfrey that this person been working. You start seeing some GoFundMe's going around. So we've been having a lot of clients because of three reasons. We understand how money works, we fit into our client schedules, and we're brokers. Does it mean that we're broke, Godfrey? It means we've got options. We work with more than 70 different financial institutions. So what we
Mhm.
do is we sit down with clients, we collect some information, then we come back like a day or two with some solutions and recommendations. So I
Okay.
just wanted to ask here, Godfrey, do you recognize any of these companies we're partnering with?
Yeah, a few of them. I see Aegon there,
Hmm.
Prudential, Pacific Life, Transamerica,
Okay, awesome.
Allianz.
Okay. I'm happy
Mhm.
to hear that you recognize some of the financial institutions that we're working with, some of our partners, our product providers. Actually, our parent company is actually Transamerica. So yeah, they own us, and they've been owning us for more than a couple decades now. So most Americans are suffering from these three financial challenges. Godfrey, the first one is savings. More
Mhm.
than half of Americans, they are living paycheck to paycheck. They get
Mhm.
paid today, they spend the money tomorrow, boom, money's gone. Now they have to wait for 14 days to get paid again. So it's a vicious cycle, Godfrey, that never ends. The second challenge is debt. An average adult in America is owing about $52,000 in just consumer debt. Things like credit cards, lines of credit, student loans, car notes. So what I'm saying is, debt is not your friend. For clients are in debt, Godfrey, we help them get out of debt. For clients are not in debt, we help them to stay away from it. The third challenge is protection. 48% of Americans, they do not have individual life insurance. The sad part about this 48% are Godfrey, it's mostly as Africans. Why? Because it's not part of our culture. Back
Mhm.
home, these institutions are not really functional, so we've got lack of exposure. What happens, God, if someone dies in the community? I'm sure in the 26 years in America, you've seen some GoFundMe's going around saying, Jackson, one wife, three kids, want to send his body back to Zimbabwe. It needs about 25,000, Godfrey, to send a dead body to Zimbabwe. How many families are having 25,000 lying around waiting for someone to die? Not many, right? So we're finding a situation that us as Africans, we're very comfortable paying $200 per month towards our car insurance, but we're not comfortable to pay $100 per month towards our life insurance. And I ask people all the time, Godfrey, what's more important to your family, your $10,000 car that you're insuring or your life that you're not insuring? People say, of course, it's my life, but I cannot drive my car without car insurance. I need it to get to work. I say, hey, that's a valid point, my brother. But breathing without life insurance is the same as driving without car insurance. It's risky. But according to statistics, Godfrey, half of the people who don't have individual protection, it's not because they cannot afford it or they don't want or they don't need it. It's actually because nobody has actually sat down with them to educate them about these things. They just don't know. And you don't know what you don't know, Godfrey. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to bridge the education
Power
gap,
on.
help
Bluetooth
our brothers and
pairing.
sisters so that they can make some informed decisions. The goal is to help people move from point A to point B. Point A, Godfrey, is now. For most people, they are failing you in America. They still have some rent to pay, some mortgage to pay, some car notes. They have a lot of liabilities. They're still trying to build their assets. Point B, they are retired, more than 65 years old. The house has been paid off, the car has been paid off. You don't owe anybody anything. You're just deciding, hey, are we spending 6 months in America and if you want, you spend another 6 months in Europe or in Africa, you go back and forth. But the question that I wanted to ask Godfrey is how do you move from point A to point B?
Mm.
There's a lot of life here to be lived, my brother.
Yeah.
According to statistics, Godfrey, 1 in 3 Americans will have cancer or a critical illness before the age of 50. And as a matter of fact, every 40 seconds, there's someone who's having a stroke in America. When I saw those statistics, man, I was pretty scared. Like, wow, who pays my bills? Who takes care of my family if I'm diagnosed with cancer, heart attack, kidney failure, stroke, multiple sclerosis, and I don't have protection? In this country, in America, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid.
Mm.
So when we're helping families to avoid a scenario of disaster, we make sure we do something we call a bottom-up approach. We make sure that the family is sufficiently protected. We want to protect the paycheck that is supposed to come to the family every 2 weeks, whether someone is dead, alive, healthy, or not. We're talking about life insurance, terminal illness insurance, long-term care, critical illness insurance, health and dental, disability. After the family is protected, we help the family get out of debt, credit card debt, lines of credit, student loans, car notes. After that, we start helping families save for their retirement. 401ks, Roth IRAs, in that order. Sounds good?
Yeah. Yeah.
When we sit down with families, we want to focus on this part. We want to reduce the amount of taxes, people will be paying to the government, of course, not in a legal way. We want to help the family get out of debt. The goal, my brother, is to free up some cash flow that we put back into your lifestyle. We also help families with their FIN number. Have you ever heard about FIN number, Godfrey?
Oh no. What's that?
FIN number is financial independent number. It is the amount of money Godfrey needs for him to retire. If you're just going to work, my brother, and you have no idea how much you need for you to retire, chances are you're going to work until you die. Because there's no plan, there's no target, there's no roadmap. That's why you see some people saying welcome to Walmart when they're 7 years old. And we wonder what happened. It just means they really never planned about retiring. They thought the government was going to take care of them. And when we're helping families, Godfrey, we do this at no cost to the family. Our clients, they don't pay us anything. That's when people start asking, hey, Jackson, wait a minute. You save me money on my taxes. You help with my debt, and I don't owe you anything. Who pays you? Is this a charity or what? No, it's not a charity, Godfrey. We like helping people, but what happens is these institutions are the ones that pays us. Why? Because they are helping out of a new client they didn't have before, and they pay us the same, Godfrey. So we got no loyalty with any institution. Our loyalty lies with the clients. Because when the clients are happy, they send us a lot of referrals. These are the areas that we're helping clients in, God, for helping people to buy. We're helping people understand these financial concepts. We're helping people, how they can buy houses, how credit score work, down payments. We're helping people educate them on how they can save for their kids' education, and wealth plans for their kids, and also helping families understand how to retire. 401ks, Roth IRAs, 401ks, people are going to be paying taxes fully. Let's say you are retiring and you're 65. All your money you had was in a 401k, and you want to take that money to start a business back in Zimbabwe. guess what? The government's going to take, full taxes from that $1 million. 400, 500,000 to the government in taxes and 500,000 to you. But if all the money you had was in a Roth IRA here, the government's going to take no taxes from that money. Going to withdraw that money without paying a single cent in taxes. So unfortunately, most families are not aware on how these accounts will be taxed 10, 15, 20 years from now when they are retiring. And we're also helping families with their insurance needs. Insurance offers protection at lower cost, even tax sheltering. There's some life insurance that if you pay a little bit more and you don't pass away a certain age, you actually get all the money you're paying back, Godfrey. So in a nutshell, this is what I'm helping clients in. What questions do you have?
Everything looks good so far.
Perfect. I have a
Yeah.
question for you, Godfrey. Do you think people are taking advantage of all these concepts and strategies available to them?
I don't think so, because some of this stuff I was not aware of.
Me too, man. When I saw this stuff, I was like, you know what? I'm a financially savvy guy, and there's one or two, three things here that I don't even know about.
Right.
That's when I thought, you know what? How about I get my license, start learning this stuff, help myself, and maybe help my community. So that's
Mm.
what brought me to getting like this license. So I wanted to show you this opportunity that we have here, Godfrey. I know you're already in this kind of field already. This may or may not be for you, but if it's not for you, don't be stingy with the information. Sharing is caring, because there's Africans who are accused that we don't share opportunities.
Right.
Let's be different. So if it's not for you, send some people my way that can benefit from this. We're expanding Godfrey. We're looking for people who wants to learn, just to learn how does money really work in America? How is the
Mhm.
financial landscape like, and how do we navigate the financial terrain? It's very different from back home. You need to unlearn some of the things you learned there so that you can learn some new things. We're looking for people who want to help themselves to get into a better financial shape, help their families do the same, and also help the community like what I'm doing. We're also looking for people who want to earn, make some extra money, working from home, from the office, full time, part time, whatever the case might be. Godfrey, we're very, very flexible.
Mm.
People usually ask me 5 questions, Godfrey. The first one is like, hey, Jackson, is there a need for that? Will I be able to find clients if I get this license?
Mm.
Brother, absolutely. If someone is living paycheck to paycheck, if someone is in debt, and if someone doesn't have individual life insurance, don't you think, Godfrey, that they'll be interested in hearing about their options, right?
Yeah, yeah.
People ask me, Jackson, can I do this part time? That was my question, Godfrey, when I saw this opportunity. I was working as an engineer making more than $120,000 in a year. I wouldn't just quit my job. That would be dumb. I was like, this is interesting, but can I do it part time to see if it's something I like, or something
Mm.
I can do, or something I can be good at?
Mm.
Absolutely. We're one of the few financial firms that allows people to work in finance on a part-time basis without quitting whatever they're doing. That has allowed us, God, to work some really professional people like engineers, accountants, lawyers, doctors, dentists, nurses, pharmacists, because you don't need to leave whatever you're doing. Once you start replacing your income like I did, someone can do it full time if they want. People ask me, Godfrey, does it require a lot of capital? The answer is no. You only need a license from the government because it's a highly regulated industry. So, Godfrey, the license in Texas where you're living is just $400 plus tax. And we do have a program that if someone passes the exams within 2 weeks, we'll give them $200 back. That way, they get the license for like half the price. We've all spent $200 before, Godfrey, that we're not proud of. So, spending $200 to get a license from the government, learning about money in a structured way, helping yourself potentially make money, I think it's a no-brainer. People ask me, Godfrey, can I do this? That was my question when I saw this opportunity. I was like, this is very intriguing and very interesting, but I got zero finance background. Can I do this with an engineering degree? My wife, because she was a nurse, she wanted to able to work from home, spend time with the kids. She was asking me, can I get this license? Can I do this with a nursing degree? The answer is, absolutely. We teach people everything they need to know from scratch, Godfrey. You don't need a finance background to do this. People ask me, can I make money? That was my question as well. I was like, you know what, can I replace my 120,000 I'm getting with this opportunity? Godfrey, the answer is absolutely. Finance. is the most paying industry in America.
Mm.
I want to show you here how we get paid. We get paid in different ways, but we get paid when we help people with their investments, we help people with their insurance, we get paid upfront, we get paid trails, and we get paid renewals. Okay, guys, there's a mistake here. We get paid upfront, we get paid bonuses. I'm going to correct it. We get paid bonuses, and we get paid renewals. Everybody starts as an associate. An associate is someone who's licensed, trained, and usually part-time Godfrey. You help one family, you get paid $2,000 or $3,000, give or take. It's usually more. I'm just under promising so that we can over deliver. Everybody starts as an associate, like I mentioned, but the goal, Godfrey, if someone is interested, this is like, how about I help you to become a broker as fast as you can, like I did. Now, as a broker, you help one family, now you get paid 4,000 now instead of the 2,000. Imagine if you help four families in a month, Godfrey, that's $16,000. It's not really something difficult to do. Some brokers help four families in a week.
Mm.
Plus some bonuses, we're talking about $21,000 in a month. That's about $250,000 in a year. An average broker in our firm makes about $250,000 in a year.
Mm.
Not many companies in America go to pay people more than 100,000 a year. I remember for me to start making more than 100,000 a year as an engineer, I had to do my master's degree. I did my PMP, my MMP, CMRP. I did my Lean Six, my black belt, and I had to do some politics at work, Godfrey. Smiling at some people I wanted to punch in the face. But I'm not saying this is a get rich quick scheme. This is not a scheme at all. I wanted to show you here, one of our brokers here, Jackson, how he started. Because like I mentioned here, I'm still kind of like new. So I don't have a longer track record, but he has. So I wanted to show you that, there's some humble beginnings there. Someone actually needs to learn some financial concepts so that you can be able to understand them and teach others. But very easy to do. So he started during the pandemic in 2020 here. His first year, he made $55,000 part-time net in his bank account. That's equivalent to $75,000 gross. According to him, that made him to decide to do it full-time because if he could make $75,000 part-time, full-time, he thought he could easily double it. He was not serious at the beginning. Why? Because he was an engineer making more than 120,000 in a year. Divided by 12 months, that's about 10,000 a month minus the taxes. He was taking home $7,000. So in his first month, because he didn't really understand what this was, so he just wanted to learn. He made $100. Second month, $400. On his third month, when he made $1,000, that's when he started taking it a little bit more serious. After 8 months in business, he made more than what he was making as an engineer. And he made more here and he made more here. That's when he decided, you know what, he's gonna do this full time. That is in 2021. 2 years down the road here, 2023, he makes more than 300,000 now. He lives life on his own terms because our clients, they don't really care where you're helping them from. So he's got freedom of time, freedom of
Mm.
money, freedom of location. Sometimes he makes 40,000, sometimes 30, sometimes 20. His life is really changed because of this opportunity. So I know it's a lot of information. What I wanted to ask here is Godfrey, what's more intriguing to you? What do you think you want to hear more of? Is it here saving money as a client, making money on the opportunity side, or both? Save money, make money, or both, Godfrey? What do you think you want to hear more of going forward?
I think I'll go for both, actually.
You're a smart guy, man. I knew you were smart when I saw you. Both. There's nothing to say no to here.
Yeah.
That was my sentiments as well. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go for both. So,
Mm.
like I said, it's a highly regulated industry, Godfrey. Not everybody can do this. So I'm gonna show you here how can someone get a license. Only 3 steps. Sounds
Okay.
good?
Yep.
Getting a license very easy. Only 3 steps. It's $400 to $500 there. But like I mentioned, if someone passes the exams within 2 weeks, we can give them $200 back. That way, you're gonna get the license for half the price. So the first one is getting your code. This is your business ID. This allows you to be, considered, an independent consultant, so that even when you're filing your taxes, you can be able to deduct some expenses there because this is not a job, it's a business. And it's only $125. It will be inactive when we apply for it. Step number two, it's a personal plan. Charity begins at home, Godfrey. Before you start helping other people, you gotta help yourself. This will talk about your financial independent number, the amount of money Godfrey needs for him to retire. If you're planning to buy a house, Godfrey, so we'll talk about, what down payment do you need, what credit score you need to be looking into. If you are in debt, that's what we're talking about. How you get out of debt. If you're planning to start investing, where can you invest? What kind of portfolios to put the money in? Number three is the licensing process, Godfrey. You're gonna be the study materials. This will be your next payment. It's only $30. You're gonna be learning two courses. The first one is life. The second one is health. All this, Godfrey, is online. You don't need to leave your couch or your bed to do this. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. After that, you pay the government $50, Godfrey. The government is gonna give you one exam. This exam will be the easiest exam you ever write, Godfrey. It's multiple choice and it's 70% to pass. If you fail this, Godfrey, you'll be the first African to fail. After that, Godfrey, you pay the government $100. The government gives you a license. Once the government gives you a license, my brother, this code that was inactive becomes activated. That's when Godfrey starts making money. This whole process, Godfrey, takes about 1 week to 2 weeks to finish. I did mine in 4 days. So really inspired when I saw this, I was ready to change my life. I did the first part on one weekend, the second part on the second weekend. I was done in 4 days. Worst case scenario, Godfrey, you come and work with me, you learn about finance, you learn about investments, you learn about insurance in a structured way. You help yourself here, help your friends, your family, and then you can say, maybe Jackson, you know what? The business side is not for me. Say, no problem, my brother. You keep the license, you keep the knowledge. By the way, this license is not just a World Financial Group license. It is the same license that is used as the financial institutions out there and some insurance companies as well. You can work for Transamerica, you can work for Hoya, you can work for Nationwide, with Prudential with this same license. So it's not a lost cause. That is the worst that can happen, Godfrey. The best that can happen, I'm not promising you that you're going to be making $10,000 in your first month, although some people do it. What I promise you, my brother, is $2,000 to $5,000 per month part time. I can help you make. Because when I was part time, like I showed you, I was making about $4,000. So, like you can say maybe between $2,000 to $5,000 per month part time, we can help you make. Like I showed you from our senior broker there, he was making an average of 4,000 per month, although he didn't really start fast. So, my brother, since you mentioned here that you are interested in both sides, my recommendation would be like, you know what? How about we get your code, we take it one step at a time, and let's see where God takes us. By the way, getting your code, the government wants two things from you.
Mhm.
Number one, you should be eligible to work in America so that you can get paid. And number two, should have no criminal record. Because the government doesn't want people who are easily tempted, when they see money. I don't know if you meet those two requirements, my brother.
Yes, yes, I do.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna stop sharing here so that you can share your screen and we can be able to apply for your code and see if you can be approved for it. So I'm gonna stop sharing here, Godfrey. Um, and can you share your screen and go
Okay.
to Google and share your screen? Yeah, go ahead, Godfrey. Perfect. So just go to your browser, type ama.wfg, and then enter. Then it's the first one, Godfrey.
Okay. Something going on. It's not pulling
Yeah, it's
up.
opening. Yeah, almost done. There you go. Let's go United States. Yeah, choose the states there.
State will be Texas. Oh, wrong one. Okay, it's just coming up.
Yeah. Do you have a license and active? No.
Nope.
Yeah. So guys, if you are recruiting someone with a license already, you put yes. Because there's a lot of people in America with licenses, interestingly. So yeah, no and no. So
No.
securities license is like mutual funds license. Yeah. So no. Next.
Next.
Yeah, just put any social security there. You don't need to be, just put any. No, no, you need to start. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can put any date of birth. Yeah, next. Scroll up. Let's see if it's taking this in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. You should put the correct, like if your scene starts with a six, like the first number, should be the correct,
oh, yeah.
the first number, just the first number. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So 21445. Okay. 21445. Okay. Let me take a picture. Give me a second. Yeah. Go ahead. 214456789. So guys, if you have a client, you tell the client like, okay, Mr. Godfrey, just stop sharing and put your social security there and then put your date of birth and say next afterwards. Yeah, you don't need to be watching while this the client is putting their social. Okay, guys? Make sense? Yeah, click next. Okay. Boom. Make sense, guys? No one is agreeing on Okay, makes sense? Okay. Because some clients are, they don't want you seeing their security. So some they don't care, but some do. So yeah, the next here I don't explain anything. I just say next, and then he's gonna put his first name there. You know, I tell him Godfrey, don't put your middle name. It's okay. Let's just put something that is. Let's leave the optional stuff, especially even the spouse. Leave it as well. You don't need to put it there. Put your address, and then you put your. Yeah, so let's just, yeah, put your address. Yeah, even if it's not correct, you don't need to,
That's fine.
yeah, yeah, put some,
Okay.
yeah, email, put an email address, a correct one.
Okay.
So yeah, this is how you recruit, guys. Very easy. Today we're going to the process so that you see. Um, Next,
Okay.
Mr. Godfrey, when I receive an email, go up there again. No, scroll down, down. Yeah, address, put that 1209 Riga on.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah. The next. So you're gonna receive an email and it's gonna ask you verification code. So just put the verification code there. Check your email.
Okay. All right. I got just punch it in here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Scroll down.
Oh,
The next.
next.
Yeah. So this is the recruiter code. This is where you put your code. This is one of the most important places. If you don't know, yeah, if you make a mistake, you're gonna be recruiting someone for someone. So Godfrey, do you remember your code? Your WFG code?
No, not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah. Okay. Can you put 173 FDC? So that's my code.
173
FDC.
FD.
D Delta Charlie. Then you verify. So you should see your name there. If you verify, Jackson Harare. It means it's
Okay.
correct. Scroll
Okay.
down and you go next.
Next. Okay.
Are you an existing Canadian agent wanting to do business in the United States? The answer is no.
No. Okay.
Are you a citizen or permanent resident of the United States? Yes. So this question, are you a citizen or a permanent resident of the United States, or are you legally eligible to work in the United States without restrictions? So, because I asked him, it should be two things, right? And he said, good. So when we get there, he said no, here, yes, and then next.
Next. Okay.
So he's gonna put together a DocuSign. Okay. When it gets to the DocuSign, um, so for DocuSign, this is for America, there's a few places to sign. In Canada, just one place to sign. But if someone has got a license, it's gonna be a whole lot of things to sign. And then after, so you say agree, you say
Agree.
I
Okay.
agree there,
Mm-hmm.
then say continue,
Continue.
continue. And then I tell him just click finish on
Yeah.
top there. Finish. So it will take you exactly where you need to sign. Okay. So we're not gonna sign today, but you click signature, sign, 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 sign there until you put in some few signatures, and then you scroll up again, Godfrey, to say
Mhm.
finish. Yeah, we're not finishing, but yeah,
Okay.
finish. Or you can scroll down, don't finish, or you can scroll down, but down it will gonna be like long ways to go down. So let's scroll down anyway, Godfrey. Like yeah, almost there, almost there, almost there. Because when you're signing, it will be going down, down it on its own. Scroll down. So it will be easier to just go down after all the signatures.
Okay.
Yeah, so scroll down and then instead of finish, so today we're canceling. But if you are finished signing, you said finish, and then your client is gonna see a pop-up to put their credit card there. Then I just say, Godfrey, you can, stop sharing so that you can put your credit score there, credit card there. I just make a little joke that I don't want you when you see me enjoying my money, Godfrey, to be saying, hey, Jackson, so my credit card, that's why he's enjoying his life. No, you know, and then we always have a good laugh about it. Say cancel, Godfrey.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So did it reset? See here, cancel. Okay. Okay, perfect. So Godfrey, since thank you. Welcome to the team. I'm really excited, to have you join our firm. Man, I'm really excited with your background in insurance in adjusting. I think, you can do really well here. So
Yeah.
since you mentioned that you are interested in both, Godfrey, what I want to do is I want to collect some few information so that when
Mhm.
we meet next time, Godfrey, I can be able to give you some feedback, right? About, how you can save money or you can get in some second opinions. Sounds good, man?
Yeah. Sounds good.
We're gonna be talking about your personal plan.
Awesome.
Okay, so okay, there we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, perfect. So Godfrey, this is a financial life strategy form. I'm licensed, so feel free. I'm not going to be sending this information anyway. I'm just collecting it for the, purpose of, analyzing it and giving you some feedback on it. Sounds good?
Okay.
So, man, I want you to, so guys, pay attention how I'm going to fill this form. It's very important. I don't come here and say, what is your name? What is your spouse's name? What are your kids' name? It's not going to fly. So we're going to say, Godfrey, this is where we start. Godfrey, I want you to choose five things that you're looking to accomplish short term or long term. Usually, guys, when you're calling people, tell them to bring their spouse. Okay, I forgot to mention the other day, but when you're booking appointments, avoid doing one-legged appointments. They won't go anywhere because God is going to say, I need to talk to my wife. If I'm talking to the wife, I need to talk to my husband. So always bring two people together. Unless if you have tried two times and the husband is coming alone or the wife is coming alone, then you can continue. But first time, second time, trying to bring them both. I say, Godfrey, can you choose five things you're looking to accomplish short term, long term? Let's say you want to make more income, I'll tick it there. If you want to save for the kids, I'm going to tick it there. If you want to pay off some bad debts, if you want to protect your income during a loss, if you want to retire earlier than 65, I'm going to tick it there. You just choose five things you're looking to accomplish, Godfrey, so that, we can help you with that.
Okay, I'll go for A.
Okay?
I'll go for C.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for K
Mm-hmm.
and S.
Okay, one more, Godfrey.
P. P as in Paul.
Perfect. So, Godfrey, you want to make more income, you want to have your own business, you want to learn to invest wisely, you want to retire with enough money, you want to ensure proper insurance protection. When it comes to retirement, Godfrey, what is your best case scenario? What age are you thinking? Best case?
60.
60. Do you think 65 is a good one for worst case?
65, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, you said best case 50 or 60?
60.
Okay, perfect. So, Godfrey, when you retire, you're going to need half of what you're making right now because most of the money that you're making is going to be going to young kids, mortgage, and stuff like that. Those things shouldn't be there when you're 65. So, for
Right.
me to calculate your retirement income, Godfrey, I just want to know, in a good year, what did you say is your range of your income in a good year?
In a good year, about 110.
110,000.
Mhm.
So, you're going to need about $55,000, okay, when you
Okay.
retire. So, well, that's kind of like half of that. And Godfrey, have you ever sat down with someone to talk about this stuff? About, do you know how much you need for you to retire your financial independent number or not yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay, sure. We're gonna look into it when we meet next time. Do you own a home already, Godfrey? You don't need to be accurate in these things, Godfrey, right? This is
Yes,
for
yes,
training.
yes.
Okay, how many houses do you own, Godfrey?
Just one.
Okay, one. Which year did you buy it?
2015.
2015. And how much is left on the mortgage, Godfrey?
I'm not sure, but I'll throw a number.
Ballpark, yeah?
Yeah, 100,000.
Okay, 100K. If you were to sell it, how much do you think you can sell it for, Godfrey?
I think I'll be able to sell it for 100, 200,000.
200K. Do you have any car you're making car payments on, Godfrey?
Yes,
Okay, how many cars?
one.
Okay, how much is left on the car note?
$4,000.
Okay, almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any so guys, I'm not gonna ask about how much is in your check-in, save very important, guys. Skip this part. Do you have any 401K, Godfrey?
Yes,
Which institution is it with?
it's with TD.
TD. And do you know if it's in mutual funds or
Yeah, mutual fund.
okay, mutual funds. Okay. How much is in there roughly?
I'd say about 6,000.
6K. Okay. Um, are you still
Hi,
putting the money?
hi, Jackson.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question on that one?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to ask about commenting, say, for example, where you said you're almost there and so forth. How much flexible are we supposed to be in terms of commenting a client's situation?
Yes, so you don't comment
It's
a
like,
lot. It's just like one word or two words, like good job. If someone says they don't have debt, I'm not owing anything. Yeah, good job. That's it.
okay,
Yeah, you're
okay,
not giving feedback yet.
okay.
Yeah, okay, good question. So, Godfrey, how much are you putting per month in this 401K?
300.
300. Okay. Do you know how it's growing? Do you know the rate of return there? Or you're not sure?
I'm not sure, no.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of like a homework for you, okay? So that when we
Mhm.
meet next time, you can have an idea. Do you have another 401k from the previous job, or do you have a Roth IRA?
No, no.
Okay. I'm mostly interested in the 401k and the Roth guys. I'm not going to be really asking about stocks, but it just depends with who you're talking to. Some clients are like, yeah, you have actually skipped stocks there. I have some stocks, or if you want, you can ask. It's up to you. Okay, so this is the IRA. So in short, retirement. Okay, we said we have got no Roth here. Do you have any municipal bonds?
No,
Do you have any 529 for the kids?
no,
Do you have an IUL?
no.
Any whole life?
Yes.
Okay. How much is the value there? What much is the first amount?
The face amount is about 300,000.
300K. And how much are you putting per month?
259.
259. And which year did you get this one?
2010.
2010. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, at the end, so another day, at the end of this call, I just want you to find your whole life policy, okay, so that you can send it to me, so that I can, double check some terms and conditions there, so that when we meet next time, I can give you some feedback about it, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any credit card that you're owing more than $2,000 in?
Yes.
Okay. Which ones? Which institution?
Capital One.
Capital One.
Mhm.
Um, how much is are you owing in there?
Yeah, about 10,000.
10K. What is the limit?
15.
15K. So guys, the limit is supposed to come here, but for some reason I cannot fix this issue here. So I put the limit in the brackets. Okay. So don't be trying to press like what's going on. So everything else here it works. So I'm still looking for someone who can help me fix this part. Maybe someone here can help me. Which other credit card do you have? Usually, sometimes I don't really ask how much are you paying per month, but in some cases I do. And the interest rate, we know the credit cards, are usually 19.99, 20.2, 23. So I don't want to stress Godfrey asking too many questions because, he's getting some fatigue. What other credit card do you have that you're owing more than, $2,000 in?
Bank of America.
What is the limit?
20K.
How much are you owing?
18K.
18K. And do you have another credit card?
No.
No?
No.
Do you have a line of credit?
Yes.
Which institution?
Bank of America.
And what's the limit?
25K.
So here the limit works on the line of credit, okay? And how much are you owing?
1,000.
Do you have another line of credit?
No.
If his wife was here, we'll be asking for the wife as well. Do you have any student loan, money mart, cash money loans?
Student loan, yes.
How much is left?
I would say about 7K.
7K. Yeah, almost done. Do you have any other loans?
No.
Okay. So do you have individual life insurance? I know probably in future I'm gonna
Uh,
fix this and remove this whole life.
yeah.
We'll put it here because that's where we're supposed to be putting the insurance.
Right.
Do you have any individual life insurance?
No, this one.
No. Okay. So he has life insurance already. Maybe you should put the whole life here.
Yeah. Whole life, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So this is where we should put whole life. I'm gonna try to fix that. And so whole life 2010. Okay. So yeah, you get the idea. You put the whole life
Mm.
there, you put the first amount there and the information. If he doesn't have, I'm gonna say no life insurance. And then I say, hey, do you have any Chronic illness, long-term care, critical illness insurance?
No.
No, no, see, and then I say, hey, have you ever thought about having this stuff before, Godfrey?
Yes, but the finances are not too flexible right now.
Yeah. So, what I'm gonna say is maybe I'll just say you're open here to learning more about it, okay?
Yeah.
So that I will show you, can teach you it, we can educate you here. So some clients will be like, you know what, I thought about it, but yeah. So I say, yeah, how much do you think you can afford to put aside per month to protect your income in case you get sick, or protect your family in case you pass away? They say, $500 per month, 200. So Godfrey, it's recommended that, people save about 10% of what they're making. How
Mhm.
much do you think you're able to put aside per month towards your retirement?
About 300.
300. Perfect. So I'm gonna put here your first name is Godfrey and Jangano. What is your date of birth, Godfrey, so that I can calculate your retirement?
December 18, 1971.
Do you have any gender preference, Godfrey, or male is fine with you?
That was fine.
Okay, man, you never know. Do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
Yeah, no. If it's in Canada, I make a joke like, you know what, just weed, then you always laugh. In America, weed is not legal, so you don't make those jokes. So here, I just say Mrs. here. I don't want to ask him, what is your wife's name? No, I just say Mrs. here, and they say, hey, what's your wife's date of birth, Godfrey?
6 December
Yeah.
1975.
Okay. I'll assume your wife is female. Is it a good assumption, God?
Female.
Guys, you need to make it fun because this processes can be, you know, they always laugh. Does your wife smoke cigarettes?
No.
No. How many kids do you have, God?
2.
What are their ages?
13 and 16.
Okay, 13 and 16. So guys, this is very important. When you're putting this age, don't put them here. If you say 13 and then 16, it becomes small like this. So you come and put it there. You say 13 and then boom, 16. Make sense, guys? On the children here. And then if sometimes the kids are back in Africa or wherever it is. So before I come to the appointment, I would have filled this already, like Jackson, Harare, and then I put the date of the appointment before Godfrey even comes. 2025. If I'm field training someone, I'm going to say here, I'm field training Colin. Okay, so that I know, So perfect. The last information I'm going to collect, Godfrey, is what is your phone number?
410.
Okay, let's say 45, whatever it is,
Yeah.
guys. I just put it there. I
Mhm.
don't want to be asking him, what is your house number? What is this? I'm not going to use this information, okay? I want to just help him with the finances. Doesn't matter where he lives. So guys, this is how you collect information. It's similar as in Canada as well, where it's written. So you start with here, dreams and goals. People get excited to be choosing. If the spouse was there, the spouse chooses as well, chooses their stuff. If the Godfrey spouse was there. It's an interactive process. They're happy. From there, you talk about retiring here. And you remember the income I'm asking it because I want to calculate his retirement. He needs half to retire. You're not just asking, coming from here and say, what is your income? He's gonna start saying, I think that's personal, because he doesn't know why you're asking it. Make sense? So you follow exactly the way, if you watch the video again, follow the same way I was asking. I came up with this like pattern and it works all the time. Before in my head, I was like, people don't want to talk about their income. When I get here and I follow this pattern, people are like, why don't Jackson? Let me check. I have my taxes. I found my taxes. let me check the exact number. I'm like, hey, I just want a rough figure. Like, no, I know where to find my my 1099 or whatever, T4A or whatever. So people are excited because they actually want help. We're looking for people who are looking for us. If someone is not interested in giving information, they are not ready for the help. And then here, you just ask exactly the same way we did, and then boom. And then here you come and save the information. Don't forget to save because it has happened to me before. I just do this and then I forget to save, and then boom, it's gone. Now to say, Godfrey, I need that information again. So you go menu, save as. So I do have folder already, my folders that I created that has got all my clients. I have a WFG folder with clients and so organized. We'll teach you guys another time. So guys, that is the American how to do the presentation, how to recruit someone, and how to collect information. We'll talk about what to do with this information another time. But I'm gonna stop sharing here, and I'm gonna again. I don't know if there's anyone with a question before I stop the recording.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead, Godfrey.
Normally, from start to finish, this whole process, how long does it take you with the client?
Everything should fit in between 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I booked my appointment hours. Actually, I forgot one thing. After, sorry, after I finished with Godfrey here, I asked Godfrey, thanks for taking the time. This is really good. I tell him what we're gonna be doing next time. Next time we meet Godfrey, we're gonna discuss about how to make more income, how to save income tax, how to have your own business, how to learn to invest wisely, how to retire with enough money, and how to ensure proper insurance protection. How is your schedule looking like in the next few days so that I can be able to give you some feedback on this? Let me open my schedule here because I get feel booked pretty quick. So I wanna check here how's Okay, so today is Thursday. How's your tomorrow looking like or weekend, Godfrey?
Weekends is better on Sunday after
Monday.
5 p.m.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna say here 5 p.m. I got 6 p.m. open here, Godfrey. Can I schedule for the 6 p.m. there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I said, Godfrey, please bring your wife so that she can ask you questions as well.
Okay.
I write it while it's Godfrey seeing here, Godfrey feedback. Okay? Don't be using words like Godfrey closing. And also, when you save it, so you guys have access to my calendar. So it's really cool that some of you don't have it yet, but some you have access to your trainer's schedule. So when Godfrey is seeing that, oh my God, these guys are busy. He's not feeling very important, isn't it? Right? He's feeling like, wow, he's not missing that appointment because we're trying to find him a spot. Sometimes it takes me like a minute, like, I'm gonna move Chido. I'm gonna put you here, right? So he feels like, okay, okay, I'm very important. Like, guys, we are very busy, to be honest with you. So we don't want people wasting our time. If someone is not ready for the information, sure. So Godfrey, uh, what did I answer your question?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Ola, go ahead.
Thanks for the presentation, Jackson. I have one question and one comment. So while you were recruiting Godfrey, in the registration overview, there is something about cost and fees, there is place payment, and then there is please note. I don't know if I could share my screen because I took a screenshot. I don't know if you've gotten into a situation where the agent says, you know what, Ola, hold on. I want to read everything before we move on to the next page. And then they read at the please notes to see that there are other fees
Go ahead.
on the platform. Do you want me to? Okay. Share. Where's my share button? Screen 2. And I'm sharing. So here, please note it says these fees include, but are not limited to, a monthly premium or platform fee, errors and omission that covers these, and access to technology and services. So I've had an objection that someone said, oh, really, there's more? There's more? there's more, and then they saw that there's non-refundable fee for the agent code, and they just backed out and they said, "Oh no, this is a lot for me. I don't think I can handle it." Have you been faced with that kind of situation before, and how did you handle it?
Yeah, in my
The other
5 years of career, once. Yeah, and we've recruited more than thousands of people, maybe a couple thousand, or maybe 1,000 something I've recruited in our team. So that's why I explained to them in the beginning, and this stuff is only if someone get license and they want to make money, the errors on omission. Like, when I was mentioning, when I was recruiting him, we're looking for people who wants to learn, wants to make, help themselves, wants to make money. Some people join for different reasons. Some just join to learn. Some join, just want to help themselves. So yes, I don't need to re-explain these things during the recruitment again because I gave you the breakdowns of getting a license, right? So most professionals, they know that, for someone to keep a license, I I still pay for like PMP. Like I'm debating every time, why do I need this thing? Like, we pay for those things. Another one, MMP, if a P inch. I don't know if KD was here. I don't know for people who are still for P inch,
Yeah,
how
I
much,
still pay PMP. Yeah.
yeah, how much are those? So professional people, of which those are the people you're looking for, they don't give
Right.
you stress to that. So there was just that this one kid who wanted to read everything. So I told him, okay, man, read. After I read, and then he signed up, and then after that, he's like, okay, man, I I I want my money back. I'm like, you are the only person in forever who asked me they want to read everything, and I told you to read everything, and you read everything, and it was written non-refundable there, right? And yeah, he was not very happy about it, but only once. That's just him.
All
Yeah,
right. Thank you very
usually
much.
once people get license and the right people want to make money, it was on a mission. I don't know, it's $30 or whatever it is. I don't know, $50, 70. I don't know. Okay.
40 bucks. 40.
Yeah, and it's you make you help one client, you get paid $3,000 the whole year. You're covered for all that stuff. So yeah, I don't
Right.
really. I get it's only people who maybe I don't know. I'm looking for people who wants to make money, change their lives. If someone is not like in that right space of mind, maybe not now.
Okay.
It's okay. I don't want just to have
Yeah.
recruits for the sake of
Sorry, the
recruiting.
second comment is to be piggyback on what the question that patients asked you about how far you could comment. I think generally you just keep a straight face most of the time with the information that you're receiving from your client. So you kind of act like a doctor, like when you go into your doctor's office and you open up your underarm to say, "Oh, this is the injury I have." The doctor will not have any reaction. They will just keep a straight face. So if someone tells you, I'm in debt up to $32,000 or over that, you cannot say, "Oh my God, you are in debt." God help you. Or if they say that the birthday, for instance, is February something 1976, and you say you're 20 years older than me. No, you gotta be careful the kind of comments you make and be as professional as possible.
Yeah, thank you. It
Thank you.
can be funny, but some people do that. Yeah. So uh, I only give the good comments, right? Like, good job, this and that. Even doctors, they're like, oh, okay, wow, okay, good, good, So not bad stuff, good stuff so that they can come back next time. They're like, okay, I like this Jackson guy. He gives me hope. If I say, oh my God, I'm in debt, I'm like, you know what? I said, average Americans are owing about $52,000. It's just 49, so you're good. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop recording